Well, hello there everyone. Nice to meet you face to face. I felt it was appropriate to do a face cam for this considering we finally have our first trailer for Earthblood. And it just released today at PDXCon, which I haven't heard of it, but there was somebody that was going around on a lot of the Earthblood videos the other day saying that they were going to release a trailer at PDXCon between the 18th and the 20th. Well, it's the 19th, and as you can see here, we just had the reveal trailer show up. Now before that we had this little teaser trailer for it, but there really wasn't much of a reason to talk about it because there really isn't anything to it. It just shows Werewolf growling, getting nice glowy eyes, then says meet us at PDXCon, Paradox Interactive, and Earthblood. So, you know, not much to that. I have not watched this reveal trailer yet. Felt like it would be appropriate to do a live reaction to it. And then once the video is over, we're going to talk, you know, about what I think of the trailer and also talk about the description down here and what I think about that. But without further ado, let's check this out together, shall we? Let's see what they have to show us. It's just a minute long, so let's do it.
Peggy 18.
Evil.
As a result of deforestation, oxygen in the atmosphere is diminished. Brink extinction.
And they are really pushing the pollution angle. So, and that's the same scene from the teaser trailer. Okay, I like the metal. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, this is actually... I'm actually getting goosebumps from that music. Okay, I can't hide it. That was actually a pretty cool trailer. I can't lie. I like the metal. I like all the scenes they showed. That's actually, you know, not a bad trailer. I mean, at first I was like, oh, they're really pushing the pollution angle, and it looks like they are. You know, as I said in the other video with, you know, people that aren't super familiar about how the worm is in Werewolf the Apocalypse, it makes sense that they would really, really push the pollution and destroying the Earth angle and stuff. And I was like thinking, you know, it doesn't look the best here. But then once it got to around the point that it showed this bit from the teaser, and then the sick drop right there. I don't know if that's an original song they did for this or you know, one that they licensed. Although, if we go back here, I'm curious what it shows right about... So there's that power loader. I'm guessing this is supposed to show the Karen, if I had to guess. Or maybe an umbral portal, which don't actually exist, so I don't know. That's my best guess, is that's the Karen. Because the Karens do actually have sort of a physical manifestation of their power in the Umbra and stuff. So, I'm not too sure what that is. Main character actually looks pretty cool. Pretty cool looking main character. And that, okay, that must be some sort of massive worm spawn. Oh, back a little bit. Like, it kind of looks like a vulture, like a mix of a vulture and God knows what else. But I'll have to go through the books and see if that's actually a bane or a worm spawn, because it looks pretty cool and makes a lot of sense with the worm representing death and decay, that they would have a big ass vulture creature. And okay, so that's another thing that had me kind of confused right there. Is, as we've seen from the trailer, this is Kahal over here. This is the main character that you're playing as. So if that's the case, who's this werewolf? Because remember what I talked about in in my previous discussion video is they never mentioned or brought up black spiral dancers. And with the way that it has all of those tendrils around it, it almost seems like they're trying to say this is a black spiral dancer. But probably not, because if that's the case, why would the spiral dancer have destroyed these power loaders or whatever they end up being? I'm just going to call them power loaders because they're the power loaders from Aliens. Let's be honest here. So, and they're facing off, so it seems like they're making it look like an enemy, but maybe he's pissed that Cahal destroyed him. Maybe it's a member of the Garu Nation that's fighting against Cahal. Like they're still working against the worm, but maybe Cahal's going to an extreme length or vice versa. They did say that Cahal was an eco-terrorist, so I don't really know. But regardless, I'm be curious to see. That would also seem to show with that kind of red stuff coming out. Like if you go back and look from the teaser trailer bit that's shown here, they have the same thing happening where that stuff grows out from the eye. So, and I'm sorry, I just gotta watch this again. I'm sorry, just the death metal is so cool. So you got the wolf form, the human form, and then there's the werewolf form, showing them off well there. Okay. I mean, I don't mean to seem so optimistic because, first of all, I'm not an optimist by nature, which should, how optimistic I'm being should say something. But, as I said in the other video, and that a lot of the comments that showed up in my Earthblood discussion pointed out, like, there are a lot of warning signs when it comes to this game. Like, overemphasizing pollution, saying that Pentex is vampire-led, stereotypes about the different Garu tribes, not mentioning black spiral dancers at all, despite them being the main enemy that you fight. But, I mean, it could just be, sprinkles on top of a shit sandwich or a shit ice cream, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I like it. I like the trailer. I think it does a good job showing off a lot of stuff. As much as I love hearing all that, I don't want to have to force y'all to hear it again. I mean, when it comes to what they're showing off about Pentex, as I said, they're really emphasizing deforestation, pollution, dead fish, plastic in the oceans, which is not mostly from America. Let's be fair. Water pollution. Okay, that actually makes sense. Factories, but they never show, like, they show all that, but they never show radiation, toxic waste, which is the big thing that the worm does, and that's the worm's main power source, and is pretty much the only other thing aside from silver that is really, really dangerous to Garu, that instantly inflicts aggravated damage and stuff. And I mean, they had those news things. I heard somebody mention acid rain. I think I heard them mention. I mean, I do like Cahal's design. He does look pretty cool. He almost kind of reminds me of, like, there was this one game that came out years ago that was like a Dark Souls clone, where the character kind of looked like this, beard and then bald. I think it was called Lords of the Fallen or something like that. But the only other thing I wanted to mention is this description. With his former pack in danger, Cahal returns to find Endron, the energy arm of Pentex, accurate, installing an extraction site and destroying the forest around his cairn. I mean, that's a really basic description. I mean, and there's nothing else. There's... Oh, wait, yeah, no, there we go. There was more, my bad. Werewolf the Apocalypse will be available 2020. Oh, they have a Discord. I follow them on Facebook. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have an Instagram. I'm probably going to have to go to their Discord and see what all's going on in there, and maybe post this video in my initial discussion once I make it, and hopefully I don't get banned for criticizing them. I mean, I criticize them because I love this series. I love the World of Darkness, and I love Werewolf the Apocalypse especially. I had so many good memories of DMing that game. All the crazy stuff that we've done, as my story time showed. I mean, with its form pack in danger, again, as I mentioned, it seems like Cahal kind of left everything behind. Then again, you know, and I never thought about this, and I feel kind of dumb for it. He could have just left to fight the worm elsewhere, or went and did just activism instead of actively fighting the worm, which is more should be the reign of the Children of Gaia, the Bonars, and the Glasswalkers. But, you know, whatever. Returns to find Endron, the energy arm of Pentex. They know that. You know, that's good there. But it seems like if they're focusing on Endron, then it also kind of emphasizes the pollution, the oil extraction kind of thing. Fracking, they're destroying Gaia. You know, that line from the comic in the 20th anniversary edition's beginning was pretty cringy, I'm not going to lie. You know, but, you know, the trailer still looks really good. I am not going to hide my enthusiasm. And again, it could just be dressing over a core game that doesn't, you know, say much. But then when I went to Wikipedia and was looking up some stuff about Earthblood, they said that the reaction has been pretty positive. They've been saying it looks like a sleeper hit, that it does look interesting. So we'll have to see where that goes. I mean, to be fair, I don't trust the gaming media, period, in this day and time. They are as bad as movie reviews, where if the game industry reviews a game and it has good reviews, there's a higher than 70% chance that you're going to look and the audience reviews are just going to be awful and the game is just not going to be good. But extract site and destroying the force around is Karen. I mean, it seems like the intro of them doing all this stuff really kind of emphasize that. So we'll see the angle that they take. But again, the main things that have me super curious in this trailer, you know, I kind of emphasized it before, is whatever this is. Wait a minute. Okay, I just now noticed these things right here are arms. So this thing right here might actually be a wild spirit or a Gaian spirit, like a earth elemental or forest elemental kind of thing. And if it's focusing on Endron and Pentex wiping out the forest to do all that kind of stuff, it actually makes really cool sense that you would have, you know, something like Liberty Prime over here from Fallout 3 fighting alongside you. That would be cool. But if I had to guess, that's what it is. Oh, that death metal is so cool. And with how dark and, you know, whatever that the World of Darkness is, it makes sense to have that awesome heavy death metal kind of stuff. But anyway, and then the other thing is this. You know, I don't know if this is the Black Spirit answer. I don't know if it's supposed to be Cahal and this is not Cahal. But he has the gloves and everything. That has to be Cahal. So I don't know what this is. It would make sense for it to be a Black Spirit answer. It would, with the corruption-ish, you know, looking thing that these tendrils do. And then the last thing was this, what I'm assuming, damn it, that I'm assuming is a powerful Bane worm spirit type thing. If that's a boss fight, that's going to be an awesome boss fight, because I think that's Cahal or another werewolf fighting right there. And I like how they kind of make it seem like the red light might be a pulsing light that machinery would be doing or something. Also, this down here ain't surprising at all. If it wasn't rated 18 plus or rated M in the US equivalent, it would be it'd be like, you know, how the Mortal Kombat versus DC game was rated teen. It's like, it's Mortal Kombat. You gotta have it mature. In this case, you gotta have a mature or PEGI 18 rating for any World of Darkness game. You know, it would be like having a teen rating or a everyone rating for, you know, a 40K game. So, you know, whatever. But, I mean, it seems like a good trailer. I'm actually pretty excited for this now. I went from being cautiously just like really worried about what they were going to do with the gameplay and how they were going to present it to actually being excited. I mean, again, could just be window dressing to a bad core, but I want to try to be optimistic about it. So I'm going to do that, but in the back of my mind, I'm always going to be like, it might turn out bad, because you never want to be super excited for something and then it turn out to be bad. Because again, this is all teaser stuff and reveal stuff. There's no gameplay being shown. There's none of that. And the gameplay is one of the big things that people are really worried about, with it potentially being more of a brawler than a RPG like Bloodlines is. Because, I mean, the Bloodlines trailer, the Bloodlines 2 trailer, I mean, even if it wasn't gameplay, it looked like it, so it gave people more of a good feeling for that. But, I mean, all the power to you, Big Ben and Cyanide. I hope it turns out great. It looks good. Kahal looks like a cool character. We'll have to see how his actual personality is. You seem to really emphasize the 3 main Garu forms here, which I really appreciate, of Hamid, Krynos, and Lupus. So, I mean, the other 2 forms, you don't do much with them, so it makes sense. But, I mean, for a just teaser reveal trailer, it's got me pumped, and I'm sure it'll pump up a lot of people. I mean, we don't have a lot of really good focus on being a werewolf type games out there. I mean, you've got The Wolf Among Us, and that's like it. Because I'm not going to count the Elder Scrolls games where you can become a werewolf, but it's not the main emphasis. I can only think of like 2 other games that emphasize you being a werewolf. There's like Guys of the Wolf is one, and that was an awful game from what I heard. It had all that controversy around it. And there was like an Infinite Runner game I found on Steam called Infinity Runner, where you're a sci-fi werewolf in space doing Infinite Runner stuff. So that, and then The Wolf Among Us are like it. There's no real good emphasizing on being a werewolf type game. So I'm excited for it. It looks good. The trailer does, at least. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure if later today or tomorrow they're going to show like a gameplay trailer. It would be cool if they did, but considering they're just now releasing a teaser trailer after somewhere between a year to 2 or 3 years in development, not sure how to feel about that, but it's still a good trailer. I do feel like it probably should have been shown a lot sooner, but who knows? Maybe they wanted to emphasize Bloodlines and all the Bloodline stuff before they teased this too, considering they're both World of Darkness franchises. But anyway, at this point, I'm starting to ramble, so and my videos are long enough as it is, so I'm just going to end it there. I'm excited. Don't f*** it up. Just good luck with it. Hope you do good. The trailer did look awesome, but all of us want to see gameplay, so just so you know, that's what everybody wants to see. That's what we're excited. I mean, even pre-alpha stuff, we just want to see something about how you're doing it. But, I'm just going to leave us casting off here with this awesomeness right here. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.